Good afternoon, Tagumpians. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nerissa G. Poldo, the BRB4 coordinator of Tagumpay National High School from English Department. Together with me is Ma'am Mel Janine B. Mapa, the BRB4 coordinator of Filipino Department. I was tasked to discuss the BRB4 project of Tagumpay National High School. So let us start with its rationale. This is a major strategy to support the Department of Education Bawat Bata, Bumabasa Project 3Bs stipulated in DM number 173, Series of 2019, SDO Rizal under its flagship program, Blue Rizal, Barangayan para sa Bawat Bata, Bumabasa, or BRB4. So from the title itself, we all know this project. This activity aims to promote family literacy across Rizal by enhancing parents' and guardians' involvement. Second, engage local government units and other stakeholders to participate and sustain the community's implementation of BRB4 program in Rodriguez Municipality. And lastly, capacitate school heads, teachers, volunteer individuals, and our groups to become community reading tutors or warriors. So motivators of BRB4, this is based on PISA 2018. That's why we initiated this project, and the Department of Education came up with the 3Bs because of the PISA 2018 result. And of course, by this PISA came up BRB4, and this is also based on Sulong Edukalidad, our motivator as well, and of course RO4A cube of the region, of our region. Okay, region 4A. Okay. So reading literacy process, we have 3 reading literacy process. First one is locate information, access, retrieve, search, and select relevant text, understand, comprehend, and construct integrated text based on a sentence or passage. Lastly, evaluate and reflect, assess and reflect on the quality, credibility, and style of a text, detect, handle conflict. Okay, next is the result of PISA 2018. So according to this result, Philippines is the second to the lowest among 79 participating countries. It's actually sad, but this is reality. Okay, so based on the data given, 38.36% can evaluate simple sentences or short passages, can scan, locate explicitly stated information in a single sentence, while 26.74% can understand the literal meaning of sentences, can recognize main theme in a piece of text. 80% cannot identify the main idea of a text of moderate length, while 0.05% only can comprehend lengthy texts and infer which information is relevant. This is actually our motivation. The PISA result is our motivation to continue pursuing this project BRB4, specifically in Tagumpay National High School. Our Tagumpians needs help. Okay. So what are the goals of BRB4, Barangayan para sa Bawat Bata Bumabasa of DepEd Blue Rizal? This BRB4 project wants to strengthen, of course, reading advocacy, intensification of the reading interventions, reading remediation, and eradication of illiteracy. Next, I'll give you a question. What do you think is the cause why students have reading difficulty? Of course, some of you might be wondering why I am presenting to you guys this BRB4 project, even if you are not a language or you are not a reading teacher. It should be like in Filipino or in English teachers only. But mind you that all of us, actually, we are considered as a reading teachers, all of us. Even if you are teaching mathematics, how are they able to solve a problem if they don't know how to understand and to comprehend or even read? How are they able to identify the hypothesis in science if they don't know how to read or to understand or to comprehend? And in any other subjects that um, involved reading, this involved reading. That's why we considered all of us, we are actually reading teachers. Next, summary of reading difficulties. Reading difficulty is due to inadequate experience, but I don't believe in this one because, from the very beginning that they studied, they are reading. That's why I don't know why there is an inadequate experience. This is based on study, but maybe because some of our students are actually, they are not aware that there is a book and there is a reading material that they can read. That's why they have an inadequate experience when it comes to reading. Second is learning disability. Some of us are actually might wondering why our students have difficulty in reading, maybe because they have learning or reading disability. Okay. Next, are we going to help those students? First is we have to assess. In Tagumpay National High School, we are conducting yearly a PhilErie examination or test, PhilErie test, where we can identify from that, we can identify students with it comes to the level of the reading in both in Filipino and in English. And based on that particular data, based on that particular data, we can now identify who are those students who needs help. Okay, so first step is we need to assess first. Okay, so after gathering data or assessing the students, we are now going to assess the distance learning mode. Since we all know that we are in a new normal setup of education, so of course, it's really a challenge for us to be this to beat this pandemic and to become successful when it comes to BRB4 project. Okay, so we have 3 mode of learning delivery that we are actually using in Tagumpay National High School. First is online. Volunteer shares her screen showing the materials as learner reads. So they can meet via Google Meet, Zoom, Skype, Moodle, but in Tagumpay National High School, we are using Google Meet and Zoom. Okay. We also have printed and offline material, which we distributed this one in the first quarter and in October and November. Actually, this is monthly distribution of modules and printed materials, reading materials for our beneficiaries. Next is face-to-face, but this is actually minimal. If they are together inside the house, they can do face-to-face. If that's a parent of the beneficiary. If not, we are discouraging this actually for our volunteers to be able to not do this face-to-face if they are not together with in the house. Okay, next. Okay, so since we have this PhilErie result, we also have another process, of course, again, so that we can really identify the strengths and weakness of our beneficiaries. And of course, to be able to help them properly. Okay, so first is understand the difficulty. This is the BRB4 process in Tagumpay National High School. Assess, of course, we have that. And plan for intervention. Of course, our intervention is the BRB4 itself. Okay. In the division of Rizal, we have different instructional materials and that is being used in the BRB4. Okay, and this is actually available in the page of Blue Rizal, BRB4 Blue Rizal. If you want to access, if you want to check that one, as I've said a while ago, we are all reading teachers. Okay. So this is actually the challenge for all of us. Paano nyo tatanggapin o yayakapin ang Blue Rizal Barangayan para sa Bawat Bata Bumabasa program? Okay, so that is actually the challenge to us teachers, to the local government units, to the parents, to the volunteers, and of course to the community. Okay, next is I'll give you the report that I actually presented in the division of Rizal last November. So this is an update of the TNHS BRB4 project. So as early as April 1, we are actually participating in the different activities given in the BRB4. Okay, first is posting our favorite books in the social media so that our students, our parents, and even our community will become aware that we are reading Warriors. And I have here some examples from our teachers, Ma'am David and her kids, together with Sir Alan, who their actually children are reading and holding books. Thank you so much po. And of course, we are very active in social media. We have 3 Facebook pages for TNHS BRB4. This is because we want to really, spread that we have been participating in the BRB4 project ever since. Okay, so the first one is Blue Rizal Barangayan para sa Bawat Bata Bumabasa, Tagumpay NHS official page. Second is the Caparis Filipino Club. And the third one is English Club Sentinels. There you can find different videos, pictures, activities that we are actually doing in support with this TNHS BRB4 project. Next is, this is some of the activities that actually was given by the division of Rizal, which you can also suggest to your students to participate. So we have book talk, we have 10 o'clock habit, we have storytelling and fostering. Okay, so these are some examples of Basa challenge that we are doing in Tagumpay National High School. Yan. You are just going to provide a caption, your favorite caption, together with the author, the name of the author, together with the title of the book. That's it. Grade 7 students, Miss Bell, and of course me. So we are very much glad to say that our local government unit in San Jose supported this project, 10 a.m. reading habit. So every 10 in the morning, there is a siren that is the time for us to read, to get our favorite book or to get our reading material and to read. Okay, so that is 10 o'clock reading habit. Next are some pictures. Yeah. So as you can see, our page is very active. We also have some students who did some storytelling in our page. You can access the video, still access the video, and it's actually amazing. Okay. Of course, this fostering is in a community or in a particular place or in their house. There are some volunteers who are actually giving their time to educate and our our students and our learners when it comes to reading. So those are some examples. Fostering. Next. We also have this promotional video, care of Ma'am Janine Mapa. So she posted some videos in our official page. This is for the awareness of everybody. Yeah. We are still calling for volunteers. If you know someone who wants to become a reading advocate or reading warrior of the Tagumpay National High School, feel free to message Ma'am Janine, me, or our officers po, or in our official Facebook. So these are the names of the beneficiaries. This is based on the PhilErie result. Okay, so we have 30 beneficiaries and they are all grade 7 students. Yeah. So run through. Okay. Next is the program monitoring tool of Tagumpay National High School, BRB4. Yeah. So last October. Yeah. So this is the result of the PhilErie result. So as you can see in Filipino and in English, we have 30 beneficiaries in both grade 7. That's those students who got frustration and kabiguan level. In Filipino, we have 3 levels: malayang nakababasa, if instructional, and kabiguan, if I am not mistaken. In English, we have independent, instructional, and frustration. So those are the reading levels. Okay, some run through. We produce materials, both Filipino and English, and we also distributed it to our volunteers. Okay, so some areas of concerns: accomplishment, gap, and solution. So maybe you can just run through that one. Yeah, because at the end of this presentation, we are going to tackle that one as well. Okay, so I have here some students who are supporting our BRB4 project of Blue Rizal. Yeah. Together with some teachers who are sharing and participating and posting in their timeline some BRB4 materials. If you want to access that one, it's available in the official page of Blue Rizal BRB4. Okay. So this is actually an update of a parent and our grade 7 beneficiary one-on-one. Okay, so they are having the reading time. Okay, next. This is an example of our online BRB4 online BRB4 of Tagumpay National High School. So that's how they do it. Actually, a volunteer together with their beneficiary using Google Meet and Zoom. And some more pictures and examples of face-to-face reading. Okay. So in Tagumpay National High School, we have 9 parent volunteers. We have 24 teacher volunteers, both Filipino and English teachers. And college university student, we have 13. And senior high school students, we have 8. But we still need volunteers po. Okay. So yeah, those are some evidences. Okay, so this is the data that we gave in the division of Rizal when it comes to reading progress of our learners. Okay, so as you can see, we have 5.11% of grade 7 students or 30 students who got kabiguan. Okay, this is in Filipino. And grade 8, grade 9, 0.36 and 2.04%. And we are very much thankful because in grade 10, we don't have kabiguan when it comes to Filipino language. Next is in English because, of course, we all know that some of our students are having difficulty in comprehending and understanding English texts. So 30, frustration from grade 7, 59 from grade 8, and 34 from grade 9, and 21 from grade 10. Okay, those are the data that we had based on the PhilErie result. So it's sad to say we still need to be motivated and to motivate our students to actually read in English texts and understand. Okay, so common challenges that we encounter in the implementation of BRB4. Because of the pandemic, it's hard to find volunteers, especially for modular students. There are parents who won't let other people enter their houses, and they would rather do the work of making their children read. However, some of the parents were only elementary or high school graduates. Next, there are students who cannot focus in reading because they have to finish other activities in different subject areas alongside it. Some of the parents are not open-minded about the program to teach their children how to read. They don't see the importance of it. Next, common challenges, the awareness of community about the project. As a result, some misconceptions about BRB4 were observed. Learners, parents, and teachers, as well as the local government units, are still adjusting with the new normal. So they are more focused with the things they need to remember or know about the new normal, which affects in the full participation on BRB4. Learners tend to get scared and confused with some reading challenge, as well as they are shy towards the volunteers. Finally, since the reading program is in their households, they are easily distracted with the things in their surroundings. Next, common insights or realization in the implementation of BRB4 program. BRB4 is a great program to encourage every student to give importance in having skills in terms of reading. BRB4 help the students to realize that it's not too late for them to learn how to read, that there is still a chance for them to improve themselves with the help of teachers and volunteers. BRB4 was able to open the minds of people in the community that reading is an important skill that everybody should possess, and it is the key for us to have a big and bright future. Okay. BRB4 program encouraged the community that reading will give us endless knowledge. BRB4 implementation is an eye-opener to the students who are still struggling to read not to give up and believe that they can still improve this skill through the help of BRB4 volunteers or our reading warriors. BRB4 set a good example and motivation not just to students but to the community that reading is a life skill. Okay, so those are some common insights and realization. BRB4 gave me the opportunity to express this to the students the importance of knowing how to read and or having skill in terms of reading. Because of this, I know that my time was well spent. BRB4 will be successful if the LGU, school, parents, and students will participate and work as one. It will be easy to implement BRB4 if the community fully understands the importance of knowing how to read and having reading skills. So those insights came from the volunteers. Yeah. So those insights came from the volunteers. Okay. So we had virtual orientation together with Ma'am Janine, Filipino Department, beneficiaries, volunteers for the BRB4 project. Okay, so this is the team groupings that Ma'am Mel Janine Mapa did so that we can fully check and update our BRB for volunteers together with BRB for beneficiaries if what they are doing, what's an update or anything that they want or anything that they need. So one Filipino teacher plus one English teacher, and then 3 beneficiaries and 3 reading warriors. So thank you so much, Ma'am Mapa, for these groupings. We also have printed some BRB for forms and materials. And we are not satisfied with the virtual orientation that we had. We, as much as possible, we are having an ongoing orientations for our volunteers, for them to be able to really understand, appreciate, and love this BRB4 project. Okay, so yeah. Both Filipino and English teachers are working hand in hand for to reach the volunteers, actually, because this is actually the problem. Some of the volunteers are having a hard time in contact in reaching the learners, the students, when it comes to the reading schedule. That's why they need some help of the teachers. So yeah, thank you so much, teachers, dedicated teachers from Filipino and English. Okay, so that's it for the BRB4 presentation that I have. So I hope you guys get some insights, information, and become motivated to become the reading warrior, one of the reading warrior in Tagumpay National High School. So this is a continuous project and still this is ongoing. We still need to, we have monthly report. So again, if my last words is, if you know someone who wants to be a volunteer, even if you teachers po who wants to become BRB for volunteer, if you still have time and you want to help our students how to read, you can just message us or reach us or anything. So thank you so much po for listening in this discussion. It's already 2 a.m. but good afternoon because this will air at in afternoon session. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you po, teachers. Bye po.